From the Moccasin Lacrosse Field inside the Barnett Athletic Complex here on the campus of Florida Southern College in Lakeland, Florida, welcome to Florida Southern College Men's Lacrosse. Today, a major challenge for the Mocs as they take on their arch rivals, the University of Tampa Spartans. Hello, everyone. I'm Jim Henderson. My broadcast partner to my right here is Phil Wegman, and we have a really, really good one for you here this afternoon. It is the Mocs against the University of Tampa. Florida Southern 1-1 overall right now. The Mocs beat Malloy here 2 weeks ago and then lost a heartbreaker up at Belmont Abbey last Saturday. They're number 20, though. They actually got into the top 20 of the United States Intercollegiate Lacrosse Association poll despite losing to Belmont Abbey, which was number 6 in the nation at the time. Tampa comes in with a 2-0 record. The Spartans are right now ranked number 5 in that same poll. And, Phil, anytime these two teams get together, it is going to be some kind of a game. Some kind of a game. Close proximity between the two campuses, a lot of families that travel back and forth, and then we have a lot of student athletes from up north and the Northeast that play for both teams that have known each other a long time. Well, let's take a look at what the Mocs have done so far this season. Phil, I think we can take a look and say that the season has been successful up to now. Yes, they did lose to Belmont Abbey, but in talking to head coach Marty Ward, he was pleased with the way the team played. Yeah, there were a couple of mistakes. There was a bad second quarter where they got beat 4-0. But overall, he thought that at the end of the game, they were really outplaying them, had a chance to win it. It's just one of those things. Sometimes it doesn't always go your way. But I think that they grew from that game. At least that's what it sounds like Coach Ward believes, and they're going to be ready here today. Yeah, Coach Ward told me respect certainly from the polls to be ranked after that close loss on the road, but also internal credibility in Coach Ward's words. We beat them in every statistic except saves, and outworked the number 6 team in the nation on the road at their place. Just did not come up with the win, had a valiant fight at the end. Yeah, and again, when you look at what the Mocs have done so far, they played 47 players here against Malloy, and even against a highly ranked team like Belmont Abbey, they put 31 players on the field as opposed to Belmont Abbey's 19. That says a lot about the depth of this program. Yeah, and we saw that against Malloy as well, if you remember. They got the early lead and then really got, I think, the program fired up by bringing a lot of young student athletes into the game, getting experience on the field. Yeah, they really did an outstanding job in that 18-8 win here against Malloy. They had an 11-1 lead at halftime in that game. But I don't expect this is going to be one of those kind of games. They're Spartans, as we mentioned, number 5 overall in the nation right now. And in talking to Coach Ward, I asked him what the biggest key to the game is for him, and he said it's very simple. He said it's mental, because in 13 previous games, the Spartans have won 12. The Mocs have not beaten Tampa here and have only won the one game, and that was April 12, 2012, an 11-7 Mocs victory. He knows that his team can play with the Spartans, and he said, hey, you know what? Let's just go out and play. Let's go out and have some fun and see how this thing works. But just to get that sort of that mental block out of the way is critical. And some analysis of the keys to the game. There's a lot of statistics between these two teams that are similar. Goals with assists, the Mocs at 57%, UT at 58%. Shots on goal percentage, Florida Southern's at 62%, UT's at 58%. Clears, 78% to 82%. Even the goalie save percentage, 47 to 43%. The keys, though, the first one that jumps out at me is the man-up percentage. Florida Southern's had 7 man-up attempts. They're at 29%. UT's had 8. They're at a striking 100%. Yeah, that's really interesting. I mean, that says I would think that the Spartans put a lot of time into that in practice, and so do we, but they've been really successful. Yeah, absolutely. Turnovers are another one, and you might remember the interview with Coach Ward after the game with Malloy up here that as good as the game went, he wasn't pleased with the turnovers. If you compare our offensive turnovers for the season after 2 games, we're at 33 versus 20 captured on defense. UT's closer to 50%, 28 committed, 24 picked up on defense. Face-off percentage, if you remember that first half,
Horwitz, number 55 for the Mocs, was 10 for 10 in the first half of that initial game. Overall, he's at 78% as a team. The Mocs are at 73, but guess what? The Spartans come in 49 to 60 at 82%. And if we said it once, we said it many times. The whole game, all the momentum of the game begins where? At the face-off circle.
Yeah, well, no, and again, I think that we might be able to get a sense of how this thing's going to go just by how each possession starts out.
Absolutely. And if they win them clean, again, going back to the past two games, if you win them clean and you end up having a slight breakaway and an odd-man rush, can you score within a few seconds of winning that face-off or not?
Well, Tampa's face-off guy is Ross Dickerson. He is 36 of 45. We're going to have our national anthem coming up. Well, let's go ahead and take a look at the starting lineups for both teams. First, for the visitors, the University of Tampa Spartans. Harry Kilkowski is one of the attackers. He has 3 goals, 4 assists, 7 points. Alexander Starr, the goalkeeper, at 9.64 and a 2-0 record. Brian Wright, keep an eye on this guy. He wears number 8, 9 goals this season to lead the Spartans, 1 assist, 19 points, 101 career goals for UT. Matthew Beto in the starting lineup. The long stick midi is Scott Phillips. Ross Dickerson, we mentioned, he's going to be the key face-off guy. Christian Boriak. Jack Wood, a young freshman who's got 4 goals and 5 assists in the attack position for the Spartans. Sam Collingwood also in as a defender, and Nick Perot, a senior defender. That's the starting lineup for the University of Tampa. For the Mocs, Skylar Sarkisian, one of the outstanding defensive midfielders in the game. 6 career goals, but he is more of a tremendous defensive player. How about Joe Appio in the lineup, senior attack man, 4 goals, 1 assist, and 36 career goals for the Spartans. Jeff Atlas having a great year for the Mocs. He's only a sophomore, 5 goals, 6 assists for 11 points, 35 career goals, and 48 assists for Jeff Atlas. Sean Nolan, the other attacker, the sophomore for Florida Southern. He is at 6 goals, 2 assists this season, but how about 51 career goals for him? Only a sophomore, 25 assists for 76 points. Zack Fitzgerald, a defender in the lineup. Maxwell Freestone is the goalkeeper today. He is 0-1, but he did not get the win against Malloy here because the Mocs played 4 different goalkeepers in that game. Played very well in the loss up at Belmont Abbey. Philip Chevrolet in the lineup. Griffin Phillips, and, of course, Kevin Horwitz, we mentioned him, the great face-off person for the Mocs. He has 1 assist this season and 3 career goals. And finally, Justin Clement, sophomore defender out of Escondido, California. That'll complete the starting lineups for Marty Ward's Florida Southern College Mocs. Ward now 76 and 65 in his 11th season as the Florida Southern College head coach. And we see the Spartans coming out in their road reds, and the Mocs will be introduced as well. And then we are just about ready to get you men's lacrosse here today from a perfect day here at the lacrosse field inside our Barnett Athletic Complex here. Phil, I don't think it could be any better, could it?
This is Chamber of Commerce weather.
Shoot,
I know
boy.
Spring training's starting right here around us everywhere today, and but it's a pleasure to be here at the field.
Well, we were dying last night over at the softball field when it was so dadgum cold. Of course, we were playing Western Ontario, so they were used to it. But I'm telling you what, though, it was cold, but it is a perfect day here today, and it's the first of 3 consecutive home games for the Mocs, and boy, it would just be great, Phil. I think just for their own edification here, it'd be great to get this one here today.
Yeah, I'm anxious to see if we can come out balanced and not allow the big runs.
Okay.
The big runs early.
Okay.
Can we nip it in the bud? I know another thing we saw against Malloy was that things don't always go perfect, but if they lost possession, they were just like a group of hornets attacking the ball and getting it back if they were on the offensive zone, getting that ball back and coming right back on attack, just never giving up. And I expect to see that out of them today.
Well, one interesting note about this game today, it is actually a non-conference game, even though both teams are members of the Sunshine State Conference. The actual conference game between these two will take place April 4th at Tampa. However, it is a big regional game, because the Mocs are part of 4 different conferences that compete for berths in the regional tournament. And I always have to shake my head a little bit to realize that with 4 major conferences that stretch all the way to the Rocky Mountains, only 6 programs get a chance to compete at the regional level. It's just, and as good as lacrosse is here in the state of Florida, I mean, to get in, you just have to be almost spot on perfect.
Yeah, and we talked a little bit before the game on these coaches knowing each other, having respect for one another to schedule this extra game, if you will. I know there's maybe a little trouble bringing teams down. It is a long trip for the northern teams, the proximity, again, of both of these
It's a little
teams.
early for spring break right now, but that's coming up. So
It is.
Well, you can see the Mocs being introduced here. We've given you the starting lineup, so again, we're not too far away from the start of the game. Let's go ahead and take one pregame break here, and when we come back, we will have men's lacrosse for you right here from the Moccasins Lacrosse Field on the Sunshine State Conference Digital Network. Here we go. Face-off X. Who's going to win the opening face-off here? Ball is going to be loose. Going to be picked up, it looks like, by the University of Tampa. That's Scott Phillips with the initial possession here for the Spartans as our game underway. Sit back, relax, and enjoy men's lacrosse from the Moccasin Lacrosse Field here at Florida Southern College. Christian Boriak with it. Now drops it back, and Tampa with the first possession of the game. Kilkowski, he had 4 goals against the Mocs last year. You can see getting back into that X is that young freshman Wood. Mocs defending. Comes back out now for Kilkowski. And the Spartans set up in their offensive set. Colin White, also one of the top players for UT. He has 4 goals this season, and he's got it now in his cross. And now he'll give it back. And going right side is McEnany. McEnany with it. Pass behind the X. This is Wood. Wood trying to come around. Shot and a goal. The young freshman Wood gets the first goal of the game, and the Spartans go up by 1.
Yeah, Wood made a nice move. Jiggled a little bit to the outside and fired at low goal. He really had no chance. He was just outside of the circle.
Well, now, in watching Tampa's first possession here, did you see anything that would be sort of out of the ordinary for UT?
They really didn't pass the ball around that much. Once they got it back to X, it was really a man game coming around on the right side of the goalie. So the defense has to play tighter in that situation.
Face-off X again. Mocs down early here. Here's the whistle, and it's going to be picked up again by UT. Coming forward with it was Newsom, and now the shot will go wide. And that was by Dickerson, rather. Dickerson won that face-off X, and there are the Spartans again on the attack. Matukas has it. He'll go far right side, just in the alley there, giving it up for Colin White. And here are the Spartans again building slowly in the X. Wood holding it, two in the X now as he's got Kielkowski back there with him. And, boy, right now, Phil, it just looks like the Spartans are just trying to find the opening here.
Yeah, Freestone, I think, did deflect that shot. I don't know if it was on goal or not, but he did make a nice move to his left.
There's Brian Wright. He's the 100th goal scorer for the Spartans.
Really nice slide on defense there.
Once again, Wood, the young freshman, has got a look. Mox trying to defend. Good effort there by Zack Fitzgerald on the defensive end for Florida Southern. And here again, Spartans working it down. Shot clock under 30 seconds. There's the shot. It goes off the post, and it looks like Tampa's going to get it back with Brian Wright. Wright's going to pick it up. Boy, Tampa has dominated possession here early on. Pass goes to McGraw, and he's the other big scorer for the Spartans. This is Wright.
Nice double team slide there. Really good defense.
Battle for it. Who's going to pick it up? Spartans will. In the X, there's Wood. Chance taken shot will be another goal. Another goal for UT. It looked like Kielkowski got it. And just like that, boy, Tampa is up a pair.
Yeah, he was left alone, and you notice he had a little backhanded flick. It bounced. I believe it did hit the goalie's stick. Again, the closeness of those shots really does not give the goalie much of a chance to respond.
So we have played about 2 minutes and 34 seconds. Mox have not had a possession. Spartans have had them both.
Yeah, the key here, we need to get this face-off.
Dickerson and Horwitz again. And a flinch. It's going to be a violation.
There we go.
And the Mox will get a chance. Sarkeesian carries forward. Mox will try to probe.
I believe they're going to try to work the ball around a bit, give the defense a chance to settle in.
This is Edward May. He had a goal and assist up at Belmont Abbey. Around for Dunleavy and now down into the alley on the right. And they'll just bring it back out for May. May comes to Dunleavy again. All out behind the restraining line. And again, Phil, just looks like a little bit of probing here.
Yeah, I'm not surprised at all that they're doing this.
Backing it out. Appio. Spin move shot's going to be taken, and it's just off.
Yeah, that was Kevin Dyer that picked up the loose ball, fired it. Possession's given to UT.
And UT will bring it back here. Looking for the clear, and will get it. Tampa coming forward now. Bordiak had it, and now comes far side here for Colin White, right down in front of us. And once again, as players change, Spartans get a new set on. Here's Shane Hanlon getting his first touch. He's got it in his cross and waiting for some reinforcements. And there's one coming in right there now, and Bolesh, he dropped it but gets it back. Or let's check that. It was Whitman instead. And Whitman going around Sarkeesian. Whitman backing out. All behind the restraining line. Again, just looking around. Nobody in the X right now, but it looks like Wood sneaking back there. With it now for the Spartans trying to make a pass is Owen Miller. Going forward, chance taken. That ball looks like it's deflected. It's going to go out. Tampa's back there. Will keep possession.
And you'll notice, Jim, that they're trying to attack the shorty.
Oh, they're going to give the ball, it looks like, to the Mox here. So a new possession starts here for Florida Southern. And Maxwell Freestone, the goalkeeper, will get it. And here come the Spartans trying to clear out of the back.
He's got a long pole here. He's going to try to feed it to a shorty. He does.
Chevrolet gets it forward now for Sarkeesian.
Again, loose balls, possessions over to the Spartans.
Tampa once again recovering here.
That was Nick Perrott, 88, for the Spartans getting that ball.
And into the over the half line to the restraining line. The long stick Mitty has it. Now back out it comes. And this will be Whitman who will hold. And once again, Spartans will get some subs. Phil, the Mocs need to stop here. They have not really shown much offensively so far.
No, I don't think they got the shot they wanted on that first possession. Nice grab by the goalie, trying to pass back to X.
Yeah, Freestone made a nice play on that one. So let's see if the Spartans the Mocs can clear here, and it looks like they certainly will. That's Joe Neubauer. Crosses that midfield line, heads to the restraining line, gets the pass over to the far side there for Atlas. And now the Mocs will try to build down 2 here early on against UT. Ball will head wide, and it looks like, I think the Mocs will keep it.
It was a shot. Yeah, it was a shot just to the goalie's left.
So back in the X,
you've got Appio.
Zappio. He'll come out for Sean Nolan. And now back behind the restraining line. And again, the Mocs will build from there with Humphrey with the first pass.
Really important to settle in and get a quality shot.
Still behind the restraining line, now coming forward with it is Summers. He had a goal here against Malloy.
You'll notice, Jim, the 2 shots that Tampa scored on were within a couple yards
of
the goalie.
Sure were.
Again, Mocs have to get in tight.
Trying to get inside. Ball is now on the ground, picked up by the Spartans, who will try to possess it coming back the other way. Scott Phillips picked it up. Clear is successful. UT coming forward with it.
Got an odd man rush here.
Bordiak. Far side Mocs getting back now. Let's see if they can get there. There's Wood's shot. That's way wide. And UT maintains the possession and now waiting for reinforcements from both teams. Trying to go with it now was Kilkowski, and he is with Justin Clement of the Mocs. Kilkowski back behind the restraining line. Spartans trying to look to get it into the box here. They've been most successful from behind the cage. Coming forward now with it was McGraw. Again, he's the 100-goal scorer, and you can see there why.
And you'll notice, Jim, if he's on a short stick, the aggression just ramps way up. He believes he can beat him, get his hands free for a quality shot.
High shot by Brian Wright. Shot clock down to a half minute. And this is Wood again. Now we have a whistle, and they're coming back out.
Communication seems to be good for the Mocs on D right now.
This is Kilkowski. Clement got picked off. Kilkowski. There's Wood, and a shot taken, and it looks like a goal for UT. The young freshman Wood has made it 3-0 Tampa.
Yep, they left him alone again on the goalie's left side. Very patient passing, and he's within a couple yards of the goalie circle and lays it in low.
Well, I saw the old-fashioned pick there. Justin Clement got picked off.
They also had a slide. They were trying. They doubled up to the goalie's right, brought it back around.
So it's Dickerson and Horwitz again for Florida Southern. Mocs need to get something going here. This has been all UT so far, and the youngster Wood with a couple of goals for the Spartans. And Phil, I know this is not how the Mocs wanted to start.
No, again, I don't feel like they've gotten a quality shot and forced Tampa's goalie to make a good save at this point.
Battle for possession here. Mocs are going to come up with it. That's Clement. Nice play by him.
Good speed exhibited by Clement. He gets to the open field looking for somebody open.
He will get the clear going now for the Mocs.
Great job by Clement.
Now they'll back it out again and wait for reinforcements. And the Mocs now with it with Andrew Medeiros. And he'll give it up for Frank. And back in the X and trying to work it around. Mocs have not had what I would call as a clear quality shot, would you?
Not at all. Again, just not able to get possession in close without being double teamed.
In the X. Trying to slide through. Maybe a shot here. And that was taken. It did not go in. Shot was by Sean Nolan. And the Spartans will pick it up and try to recover, try to make the clear here. And UT coming back in a hurry the other way with a nice spin that time. Nice slide by Michael Uchesky.
That was the best opportunity for the Mocs of the game, just not able to get any heat on the shot.
This Mastro with it now. And again, bodies changing, going everywhere. Mastro just holding on to it. And now we'll find a teammate. Coming on is Balesh. And Mastro again, just behind the restraining line. 3 outside there. Third man was Curran, and he's got it now. He goes through. Clement meets him. And now back out for Kilkowski.
Good recovery by Rossi. He went down on that play, got back up.
This is Kilkowski. Got some speed. Mocs trying to get a ground ball, trying to pick it up. Tampa got it back. Spartans are really adept at that. Balesh picked it up, and he just brings it back out behind the restraining line. Ball loose in there. Who's going to get it? Still loose, and now it looks like Freestone, the goalkeeper, will pick it up.
Really nice flick to Freestone to get possession. You'll notice UT came into a lot of traffic there. They lucked out, got 2 free balls, ground balls, and but not able to get a quality shot off.
Chevrette gives it to Sarkeesian. Senior going forward looking for a penalty, didn't get it. Mocs get the clear now. Sarkeesian in front of the restraining line, going forward with it. May want to take one himself. He does. It will go out, and I think the Mocs will retain possession here. So far, the shots have not been on target very much here.
No, again, that was another deflection by the goalie, I believe. That was a better shot. He went straight one-on-one and beat his defender, just not able to get it by the goalie.
Appio in the X. Trying to come forward, just could not quite make connection there with Atlas. Mocs will retain, though. Still plenty of time on the shot clock. Coming up on 50 seconds of the 80. And back out Edward May. He'll start it, and he'll get it back.
Really big moment right here, Jim, if the Mocs can continue to work the ball and get within a goal.
Well, this is Atlas. In the X, back out. This is May. Top of the restraining line for Dyer. Shot taken. Looked like it might have been deflected.
It was a little bit wide, but good shot. Good try.
Shot clock continues to move. Florida Southern will keep it. And we're coming up on 20 on the clock. Inside the restraining line, maybe a chance here. Down he goes. Looks like the ball deflected again by the goalkeeper. Alexander Starr.
Big possession given to the
Sure
Mocs.
Did. They
fresh 80 seconds.
Reset the clock.
We're under 4 minutes to go in the quarter here.
And again, May, the outside for Dyer. Again, Dyer did not play here against Malloy. Came back last week, a senior. Shot taken, goes wide. Mocs and the X look like they will retain with Nolan. Just trying to find that opening. This defense is really strong.
That was a tough pass. That was a really tough pass in double coverage. It was tipped, deflected by the Spartans, and possession again back to the Mocs.
So what are the Spartans doing defensively here?
I just think the passes are ill-advised. Again, that was a nice double team and just forcing in the traffic. Just be a little bit more patient. You had plenty of shot clock.
Down right, a foul there. Let's see. Are they going to call it?
No.
They do not. I think Tampa will pick it back up, and they're going to make the clear real quickly here. Spartans on the move with Phillips.
Yeah, that was a crease dive. Just did not work out for the Mocs.
So, again, Tampa slowing it down as Colin White now has it. And he's waiting, and we'll find McGraw, who came back in. Mocs setting their defense here, and now this is Brian Wright, so the big scores are in here for Tampa. This is Lucchesi just inside the restraining line, showing some speed. Back out. Good pass to McGraw. McGraw trying to turn. Mocs trying to defend. Their shot taken. It would look like it was blocked by Freestone.
And you'll notice, Jim, that the Spartans are very tight to the goalie there, where Florida Southern seems to be playing a little bit out further, more of a man-to-man game.
And we got a whistle there. And it looks like the ball comes back here now to Florida Southern. So the Mocs get a possession, held the Spartans off. Phil, they just need to get one here just to know they can.
Their last couple possessions have been far better. Had some decent shots again. Just need to keep putting those shots on goal.
Neubauer with the clear there for Florida Southern.
Starr's done a good job for the Spartans, but again, they need to keep that shot percentage high on goal.
Far side for Nolan. Nolan will back it out. He'll find Summers behind the restraining line. Mocs will reset here now with Hopkins to the far side over there. Humphrey with the first pass. Behind
nice
in the X, this is Appio. He's the orchestrator. Trying to get it inside. Could not get it. Boy, UT is so strong defensively.
The pass was excellent. A good idea on the play. Just could not release it. Couldn't get his hands free.
Coming up on a minute to go here in the first quarter, and it has pretty much been all Spartans. Spartans with a clear again. And they'll get it to White. White with it in his cross. Charette with him.
I'll be surprised if they don't run
it down.
Clock down. Still substituting.
You can watch the time with us. Spartans setting it up. Miller will get it back.
Again, you'll notice Jim far out.
They're
really playing out, trying to create some creases, trying to create some openings, and then everybody starts packing in.
Shot taken and a goal. A goal by Cole Whitman, who has 1 goal this season. That will be his second. And, boy, the Mocs. Now, this is the same second quarter that they had against Belmont Abbey last week. They got outscored 4-0, and here it is 4-0 now.
Yeah, and if you remember what Coach Ward said, the only place we got beat last time was in saves. Really, really needed Freestone to step up on that shot. It was a bounce shot to his far right, went from the shooter's left, from the shooter's right to the far left of pipe. So
Horwitz and Dickerson again here. And Dickerson has had the best of Horwitz so far. Mocs need to get a win here on this face-off X. Now, not much time left, you can see. Less than 30 seconds. And once again, the release. Spartans have it. And Dickerson won it for UT. Ball now picked up on the ground ball. Maybe a chance for the Mocs. This is Nolan. Nolan trying to go through, but he's got not much time. He's got to get a shot, and he'll score. A huge shot by Sean Nolan, and the Mocs are on the board in the waning seconds here of the first quarter.
And, Jim, there's that hustle that we saw against Malloy. Again, ball's down. Not everything's going your way, but keep chucking, keep plugging. See if you can get a breakaway, and he goes yard all the way in and fires a nice shot.
Nolan's 7th goal of the season for Florida Southern, his 52nd career goal. 77 total points, and that might be what they need.
8.9 seconds. Again, we started with just under 20. There's time on it if there's a clean face-off win for one of these teams to get another shot off in this quarter.
Horwitz and Dickerson. Dickerson again. Past the restraining line. Not much time. They're going to have to hurry. Got to get a shot off, and it will be blocked. Mocs will try to pick it up, and that will do the end of quarter number 1. So overall, I would say, Phil, not a great quarter, but maybe a great finish, and let's see what it leads to.
Yeah, again, the offensive end, we had much better possessions in the second half of that quarter and finally got the quality shot. Good placement, great speed, big hammer shot for the goal.
Well, let's go ahead and take a 1-minute break. We'll be back with more right after this on the Sunshine State Conference Digital Network. Welcome back to the Moccasin Lacrosse field here at Florida Southern College. There's our score at the end of one. The 5th-ranked Tampa Spartans with a 3-goal lead here over the Florida Southern College Mocs. With Phil Wegman, I'm Jim Henderson. And, Phil, let's hope now for the Mocs' sake that goal by Sean Nolan right at the end of the quarter, that gets them going a little bit.
Yeah, and I haven't seen the official statistics, but I know the one face-off win by the Mocs was on a violation by the Spartans.
Yes,
but other than that,
really
not able. Horwitz needs to find that groove. You'll notice with 8 seconds to go, they got a clean win on the face-off, and I think the Mocs were fortunate. There was a nice pass inside. Could have been 5-1, so nice defensive effort there.
So it's Horwitz and Dickerson to start the second quarter. Mocs down 3, but this is a game of goals. Plenty of time. Scramble, one again, Dickerson.
Dickerson at 5'6", 180. He's just a little bull in there. He's getting the low position, getting the clamp, coming out of it with the face-off win.
Spartans get to clear Phillips now in the alley, and he'll send it back behind the restraining line. A little bit of a hop picked up there. Spartans trying to go forward with it, and I believe another goal here for UT.
It was, and it was just too easy. The defenders are not communicating well enough in that situation. He came in clean, really never got hit, completely free, worked to his right from right to left. A nice bounce shot for the goal.
Yeah, Christian Borodiak with his first goal of the season for the Spartans, and all of a sudden that goal by Sean Nolan has gone away. We saw a flag on the field. We'll have to see what that is, if they're going, whether he just dropped it. So face-off X again. Borodiak with the goal for the Spartans. Mocs need to get going here.
Appears the Mocs do have a player in the penalty box.
Spartans with a man up, and you said this was an 8-for-8 situation for Tampa this season. Let's see what they do here. This is McGraw.
You remember the Malloy game we talked about after the start by the Mocs. Right now the Mocs just need to win these battles, individual battles.
Shot taken, and that looked like a save, and here come the Mocs back the other way.
Got a 4-on-3.
Let's see if they can get it. They've got a man situation here. Can they score a man-down goal? Let's see if they can do that.
I think they're going to back out now and
try
to
hold
run
on.
Clock. Yep. Unless they can
into
get
the
a free
middle,
shot.
trying to go through. Shot is taken by time by Sarkeesian. It will go wide.
So you notice what happened, Jimmy got the one-on-one. He was able to beat him, so he went ahead and fired in a nice shot.
Yeah, took
Just
a chance,
off goal.
right?
Yeah, off goal.
So here is Atlas. And the Mocs holding it now with Nolan. He's the Mocs goal scorer so far today. Just near the restraining line, he'll find Nastasi, the young freshman, had a couple of goals here in the Malloy game, getting his chance today.
So again, a 5-on-6 situation, man down for the Mocs.
And do you hold it here? Yeah,
no,
okay. I was going to say they just released. Yes. So Tampa's 8-for-8 just went away.
Well, that's again, one victory at a time.
Yep. Right? Mocs coming forward. This is Atlas. Got pushed back out. Looking to try to make a quick turn there was Medeiros.
6 seconds on the shot.
Shot taken. Blocked. Scramble for it. Looks like the Spartans have come up with it. Picked up there by Scott Phillips, and here comes UT on the clear. They're going to get it anyway, and now the long stick moving forward with it. This is Bedeau. Mocs need to get back.
Critical ground ball. It's a nice possession. Had a decent shot, just not able. Looked like they might be able to win it clean and did not.
So a lot of switching here again, but the Spartans with it behind the X. There's Wood, the young freshman. He'll come back out with it. And now the Spartans will just hold it and try to set things up. McGraw will come to his left, and he will find Kilkowski.
Brian Wright just came on for the Spartans. Another substitution.
So they've got their big three. This is Kilkowski trying to go behind the X. A little bit of a hard pass there. Wood couldn't get it. Shot clock will be down to 30 here. But the Spartans will keep it now. This is Hanlon. And again, you can see how they set picks.
Yeah, and the speed of the Spartans in a one-on-one situation is very evident.
Trying to make a quick turn there is Hanlon. Nice little quick spin move inside. Shot taken and wide. A little bit of a fancy shot that time taken by McGraw.
Yeah, Joe Neubauer out there with the long pole did a great job defending, forced a tough pass.
Less than 10 on the clock.
That shot was wide. 4 seconds.
Yeah,
5
the clock's
seconds
going to run it down, I think. Let's see if they can.
Possession to the Mocs.
The Mocs will get it back. So a good job by Florida Southern that time. Again, a slow start to the second quarter with that early goal by Bordiak, but now the Mocs down 4, still with a chance to come back here.
And again, another small battle win. So they ran them through the full 80 seconds.
Yep.
Did not give up a quality shot, have possession. Can they get the clear?
Mocs looking for the clear there. Freestone out to help it out. Can he get it?
Really dangerous pass.
Yeah, that was. And There is a whistle.
20-second violation.
20-second violation.
Just missed it by a second
against Florida Southern. And again, I guess that speaks to the defense here at UT.
It does. It was a really tough pass to a long pole.
Lucchesi gets the pass off here for Platnick. And again, slowing it down. Coming back with Balesh.
Just continue to watch the one-on-one situations as UT probes, as the Spartans probe. Are the Mocs able to fend them off? Because if they get by him, here we see it right now, then somebody else has to slide, leaving another man open.
There's Whitman taking the shot. Mocs will pick it up behind the X, and let's see if Florida Southern get the clear and get moving here.
Got a couple short sticks in front of him.
And here's Clement. Long stick, had it deflected. And picked up there by UT. That's Brian Wright.
2 clears in a row that were failed. So critical right now.
Wright picked it up, comes left. And we'll find Kilkowski. Mocs trying to set the defense here. To the middle. And back over to the right. This is Whitman. He made that same run just a moment ago. To the X. This is Wood. Faked it. Shot taken, goes through the goal mouth and comes back across.
The inability to clear also puts a lot of pressure on the defenders on those long poles.
Shot clock continuing. Plenty of time, though, for the Spartans. 40 seconds on it. Spartans trying to build. Flag on the play. And there's the whistle.
I believe it's going to be on the Mocs.
Yeah, it sure does look like it will.
Not sure if they got Neubauer. He was engaged very tightly. Both he and the attacker went down to the ground. Not sure what happened in that scrum.
So another man-up situation here for the Spartans. It looks like. Yeah, it looks like in the it looked like Neubauer.
It is Neubauer.
Neubauer is the one called for it. So the Mocs handled the first one. And actually had some chances on the man-down situation, but it's always tough. 8 of 9 now for UT for the year on this extra man situation. Clock is set at 80, so they've got time.
The hard work on getting possessions, the clears right now are the most critical. Can they get the stop and get the clear and get set up in the offensive zone?
Wood gets it back. To the right side for McGraw in the X. McGraw again. Giving it up there for Wright. Wood passing it. Shot taken, and there's the goal. The man-up goal scored by Owen Miller, sophomore out of Lancaster, Pennsylvania. And the Spartans build the lead.
Yeah, number 8, Brian Wright for the Spartans. Had a little bit of a pick. I think he screened the goalie just a touch. When these attackers get their hands free and really can fire it in and position it well, again, a nice bounce shot to the left of the goalie. Just not a whole lot that he could do on that.
Well, we had talked a lot about the fact that the Mocs have been good on faceoffs, and today they have not been. And the defense has been pretty strong, but today the Spartans have exploited it a little bit. See if it's going to be won again by Dickerson. This guy is, you said it right, he's a bull. And back, and UT will build it from there. Build it right from the goal. Bideau looking, and we'll move it as they're trying to get it clear. Mocs pushing up a little bit. Will be successful, but not without a struggle. This is Hawley with it. And now Wright. And, we've talked a lot about Wright, and we've talked a lot about Colin White, and we've talked a lot about McGraw, but those are the guys that haven't really been doing the damage so far.
No, it's a nice mixture. 37, yep. Luke Curran just came on for the Spartans as well. They're shuffling in some new bodies.
The Spartans trying to work it around here. This is Curran with it now. He's going to take the shot. Didn't connect. Looks like the Spartans will keep it. 30 on the clock. And it begins again. Trying to go from the X outside is Kilkowski. And now Curran again. He's a big guy.
Yeah, these runs are very difficult for the Mocs defense. They've just had the ball in their zone continuously for a few minutes.
Curran had it knocked away. Good pickup on the ground ball that time by Fitzgerald. Now the Mocs will try to get the clear here. And will still get it, we think. And Wally had it and couldn't get it. And Tampa's going to gather it up again. Nope, goes out this time. Florida Southern's going to keep it.
Yeah, Griffin and Wally decided to do a behind-the-back pass. He had enough time to settle down. I think he thought he had more pressure than he did.
Sarkeesian, pass deflected and won there by Starr, the goalkeeper. And here come the Spartans back the other way now. This is Curran. Clear is successful. He'll drop it off for Scott Phillips. Boy, the Mocs going to pick it up now. Spartans get a little careless. Yeah. Coming up is Connor now for Florida Southern. He gets it. He gets the clear.
Griffin Phillips did a nice job with the long pole, contested the pass, and then kind of bumped it out.
Sean Nolan will drop it back. Dunleavy and May.
You'll notice the last possession, the Mocs set up but very quickly fired a shot, but just no heat, no power on that shot. Wasn't free enough. So now they're taking a little breath, and again, let's get quality shots.
Yeah, Atlas holding it, allowing Ian Wallace to get back or get on. Behind in the X now, Appio, and he'll get it out to the side for Atlas. And here's May. And Kevin Dyer. Dyer again. And May, just in front of the restraining line. Nolan. Or Dunleavy, rather. And the Mocs will keep possession. Shot clock is down under 30. In the X, Appio. Boy, they need one here. This is Justin Dunleavy.
Need that Appio Atlas AA connection to fire up.
Here is Dunleavy. Going to work it around. Here's May. And here's Atlas. Atlas trying to go in. Getting bumped, getting pushed. Tries to make the pass. Then now they got a chance. Nolan takes a shot and a goal. Sean Nolan with his second goal of the game off the pass from Atlas. And the Mocs get a little closer.
Tremendous amount of heart. You'll notice how much pressure that he got. He was able to flinch, get away, get in front of the goalie, and then was not in the crease. It was kind of like a crease-type shot. He was out in front and able to snap it from his left side.
Great shot that time by Sean Nolan. So he has been the man so far offensively for the Mocs, but a great pass by Atlas as well.
It was. And Atlas kind of survived a little bit of a double team, kept possession. I was worried they were going to lose it. Let's see if we can get a face-off here.
Yeah, the Mocs have struggled. Horwitz has been so good. I don't think it's him. I think it might be Lubanski in. We'll check. It's against Dickerson, and it is Lubanski. And we got a whistle. And the Mocs will get possession. And let's see if they can get this thing a little closer. Neubauer gives it up, and here's Atlas. There's the run he made a moment ago. They're going to keep him out this time. Tried to get it in. Neubauer got pushed looking for a foul. Tried to get it to Neubauer on the ground. And once again, the Spartans with that long pole will pick it up with Scott Phillips. And now we got the goalkeeper Starr down. And our thing's getting a little chippy.
Yeah, chippy is the word. Matthew Badal, number 10 for the Spartans. A lot of pushing back and forth. Staring down at the officials, looking for calls, just not focusing on the play. That pass was really, really a difficult one by Atlas. Possession's gold for right now for the Mocs. They need to keep these possessions and continue to. They're working hard enough to get them, but just have to get the quality shots.
Yeah, Phillips, the long stick midi, will start it here. His goalkeeper Starr is out with him in case he's needed here. I think we're getting ready to go, and he will find Starr. Starr saying, "Go ahead, go forward. I got you." Pass there and it clears good. Back the other way. Chance all the way down, and a goal. A goal for UT by Owen Matukas. And just like that, it's 7-2 Spartans.
We haven't said it much this season. That was not a failure by 1-2. It was 3 men on the defensive end that they expected the other one to pick him up. Nobody did. He just freelance went by him and fired a nice long rocket and put it in.
So Lubanski again will be at the face-off X for the Mocs. Horwitz has had a tough time of it so far today for Florida Southern. Let's see how Gunther Lebonsky can do. And Mr. Dickerson has been dominant. Well, he was 36 of 45 coming in. And he has been, I think, perfect, would you say?
Oh, yeah, he's amazing.
I think he has, right?
On that last clamp, I believe the ball got stuck in his stick. When he does that first flick, the ball's supposed to come loose. It did not. So that's where they got the violation, and Southern got the possession. Wings really haven't come into play. I mean, it's been the two face-off men just about every time that are dictating this possession.
Dickerson trying to pick it up. The release, and the Spartans will get it. Long stick, Scott Phillips. The long stick midi gets the pass. Clear will get there. A little bit contested by the Mocs, no doubt about it, but Lucchesi had it.
Again, Ben Price with the pressure doing a wonderful job.
Trying to go through. This is Wood. He'll get it out to the side, and this is Kielkowski.
So you'll notice the movement. They had a lot of rotation. Now they're subbing out two men for the Spartans. They gave it a shot on the first rush. Now they're going to set up with just under 40, right at 40 seconds to go on a short shot clock.
So they'll play a little catch there with Miller and Balesh. Trying to make the run.
Game clock just under
Whitman.
4.5, Jim.
Whitman giving it up. Trying to get through. Another goal. Another goal. This one by Harry Kielkowski.
Yeah, that was freshman 13 Zack Fitzgerald on the defense. He kind of got him going one way back behind X and snapped, came back around and blew by him again. Yeah. How many times have we said it already? We've got 8 goals for the Spartans, and I would say 6 or 7 of those, really the goalie had no chance on the stop. Just too close, too fast, too free.
Kielkowski with his 4th goal of the year. He had 4 against the Mocs last year for UT. The Spartans are dominating right now. Still going for that faceoff. Who's going to get it? And it looks like the Mocs are going to get it, and the release goes. How about that? Florida Southern will get one. Mocs needed it. Now they're going to hold, and let's see what they can do. Connor will give it up. And here comes Humphrey.
That face-off scrum is not a friendly place, Jim.
No, it's not.
There's a lot going on.
No, it's not. Humphrey again. Will try to go. He stops and backs out. Guess he didn't like what he saw. Bordiak was defending him. Trying to go through there is Hopkins.
So you got Appio and Atlas flanking the goalie on either side.
Trying to get it to him. That's been the problem so far. Mocs will keep it. Shot clock, a little over 30 seconds remaining. 3.5 to go in the second quarter. Pass by Appio out of the X, coming back out now. Hopkins. In front of the restraining line, comes back now for Humphrey. Trying to come with it into the middle. This is Nolan. He's got both Mocs goals so far. This is Atlas. He had an assist on the second one. Pass, ball on the ground. Mocs unable to get a pass. Picked up by the long stick. Maybe they're Joe Carey, and here come the Spartans the other way.
It was one of the stats that we talked about at the pregame, Jim. Protection of the possessions, and it's just really hurting the Moccasins.
Clear by Matukis there, and this UT will start to build it now. Wood will carry back into the X. He's got Wright with him. Wright's holding it now. Wood's coming back out, try to make a turn. Wright didn't see him. Now Wright comes out. Clement trying to defend him. This is Wright.
Interesting one-man game right
now.
Really not passing it.
Now he finds Hanlon, and now to the left side for Kielkowski. Kielkowski, that looks like a chance. Shot taken and a goal, just like that.
Again, that was junior Preston Hopkins just lost his attackman, just completely lost him. He's 5 yards outside, completely free hands, pick any position that he wants on the shot.
Luke McEnany with the goal, his second of the season for the Spartans. Boy, I would think right now, Phil, that the Mocs can't get to the dressing room quick enough.
Done some little things right here and there, had the possessions. Right now, though, the freedom of the shots for the Spartans versus the tight quarters that the Mocs are trying to pass the ball inside of and just not getting it. Big difference maker.
So once again, Dickerson and Lubanski. And the release, the Spartans get it again. The pass was a little errant, though. Tried to find, or the Mocs got it, rather, my bad. And Atlas tried to go.
Again, all that work, win another faceoff.
And can't
errant
get it.
Pass.
Yep, there you go.
And here we come back the other way. Possession is gold.
Clear, successful. And we got a whistle. I think we may have a timeout going to be called here. Looks like by UT. Oh, well, we'll just go ahead and keep it here. What do you think?
Just no question that Coach Ward has to get the guys to take a breath, doing some good things, getting possessions, fighting for the ball, but being patient, working it around, trying to find the free man, even if it means getting it right to the end of the shot clock. That's okay. Star's doing a wonderful job in goal for them when they put it on them. Again, we'll be interested to see the statistics at halftime, but not enough shots on goal, not enough shots with power. Turnovers have really hurt them tremendously.
Yeah, and it seems
unforced errors, by the way.
Yeah, it seems like too, like the Mocs' big three, Appio, Atlas, and Nolan, are just having trouble getting open. Nolan's taking advantage of a couple good looks there to score the 2 goals for Florida Southern, but the other guys have not. And when Appio's in the X, he just doesn't seem like he can find anybody back there, and I guess that's because of UT's defense.
Well, I'll be interested to see when they come out of the break. Atlas and Appio, I mentioned it on one of the last couple of possessions. They've been stationary, flanking either side of the goalie, but not necessarily handling the ball.
Correct.
So you might have Nolan or somebody else, and I don't know if that's the objective. Is the objective to try to draw defenders out on them and free up somebody else? That's possible, but it's certainly not working. There's not one other man other than Nolan that's proven that he can break open one-on-one and get the good shot.
Yeah, that's true. And see, that I guess as much as anything else has been their downfall offensively.
Yeah, I mean, the analogy would be to basketball. If you leave the guy open at three-point range, if he's got shooting 20%, guess what? Shoot him all day long.
Yeah, that's right. Let him shoot. Well, here we go. Spartans trying to get one more before the intermission.
118.
McEnany, who just got the goal a moment ago. Here comes Wright. He'll back out behind the restraining line. Sarkisian with him. Wright shot and a goal. A goal by Wright. His 10th of the season, 102nd of his career.
And Jim, this is something we've not seen by the Mocs defense, but speed kills, and that was just a pure one-on-one, and we've seen it a number of times out of Brian Wright for the Spartans. They're letting him set up. He's moving around. He's wearing out, whether it's a long pole or a short pole. He's like, stop me. I don't think you can. I'm a water bug. I'm going to work my way around you. I'm going to get free.
So Wright with his first goal. A little over a minute to go before halftime. Lubanski and Dickerson again. And there's the release. And we got a whistle. Another timeout called here by UT.
52 seconds on the clock. So again, they're at 76 on the shot clock. So that, again, they can decide if they want to probe for a couple shots or just wait till the end and not allow the Mocs to have a chance in this half.
Yeah, I would think that they're probably going to hold it here, wouldn't you? I mean, it is a big lead, and they can take some chances if they want to.
I mean, it's at this point, I don't think they're going to allow the Mocs to have any momentum going into the half.
Okay.
I mean, we know it's a game of runs, but unfortunately, it all starts at the face-off circle without the Mocs consistently winning. We've won 2 out of the last 3, I believe.
Yep.
But we've had turnovers resulting at the end of those possessions on unforced errors. So the threat's just not there right now.
Well, the Mocs were down 4-1 at the end of the first quarter. This one is now 6-1 in favor of the Spartans.
I mean, what are you more surprised by, the goals they're putting up or the lack thereof by the Mocs?
It's a hard call. I think it's kind of both, don't you? I mean, I'm a little surprised that the Mocs can't get a little bit more firepower going today. But also on the other end, Tampa has just been so dominant offensively, and they've made they've made it a tough day for Florida Southern so far on both ends.
Yeah, I would like to see us come out in the second half with a bit more movement. I don't think we can beat them the way that they're beating the Mocs defense one-on-one. It's going to take movement and positioning on the offensive end without forcing it and stop the bleeding of these unforced errors.
So here we go, Spartans. Let's see if they want to hold it. They're back behind the restraining line. This is Hanlon. Now gives it back. We'll get it back. And here's Wright. Again, he's just sort of looking and seeing what he can see. Backs out into the alley here. Let's see what he wants to do.
30 seconds on the game clock now. He's plenty of time.
Yeah, you can watch with us. Ball is on the ground. Mocs will pick it up. Can they get that quick goal here to end the half? That would be great. Nick Shannon got it. Mocs will get the clear, and here comes Florida Southern back. Spartans trying to retreat. Ball is on the ground now, picked back up. Still loose, and we have a whistle. Looks like the Mocs will keep it. You can see the time remaining, 7.4. They got to hurry here. Atlas pass to Appio in the X. Outside, almost didn't get it. Got to turn quickly on the ground, and the time has run out.
Just could not get his hands free
in the first half. And I think maybe that last sequence there by the Mocs sort of epitomized what we saw here in the first half.
You know, that last shot by the Spartans was actually off the post. It was not deflected by the goalie, and as far out as he was, another quality shot. Mocs fortunate it didn't go in.
Well, we have come to the end of the first half, and I don't think anybody here at Florida Southern looks like I thought it was a 10-minute half, but it looks like it is a 15-minute half here. I would think, though, Phil, that nobody at Florida Southern right now can be real happy with what has happened here in this opening first half of this game.
Now, again, done a few things well. Just keeping track here myself on the face-off wins, starting to recover a little bit.
Got to get a couple of them, yep.
Starting to get a little bit of turnover action here and there, pressing a bit. But the speed of the Spartans is kind of amazing to me. They've had a few guys that have proven, I'm going to come outside, I'm going to go one-on-one, we're going to spread it out, and if I beat you and you don't slide, I'm going to shoot it. If you do slide and double up on me, guess what? There's somebody standing just a yard or two out in front of the goal circle ready to snap one in.
Well, let's take a look at some of our first half stats here. You can see that the Spartans have doubled up on the Mocs as far as shots are concerned, and Tampa has been perfect on clears so far, and the Mocs not bad on clears, not bad at all. Face-off's a little bit one-sided in favor of UT, but boy, that score, that's a pretty tough one right now.
Yeah, the 24 shots to 12, like any sport, if you don't shoot, you're not going to be able to put it in. You have to get the shots, and you have to have them on goal.
Yeah, Tampa's also won 23 ground balls to Florida Southern's 14 so far. Tampa 1 of 2 in the extra man. Of course, Florida Southern without an extra man opportunity. And Jack Wood really got him started. He got the first 2 of the first 3 goals for UT. Kielkowski also has a couple of goals, has a couple assists. Yeah. And, again, that's the guy that hurt the Mocs last year pretty badly.
Absolutely. You know, the man-up's another one. It was a nice start by the Mocs, shutting down the Spartans on the first time this year, but gave up a second one, and they did score on that. I don't believe the Mocs have had a man-up opportunity yet today.
Well, let's go ahead and take our halftime break. We'll be out for about 5 minutes. When we come back, we're going to take a look at some of the current Mocs players and where they stand among the all-time Florida Southern players, and then we'll get you set for the start of the second half. Mocs down 8, but we've got a long, long way to go here at the Moccasin Lacrosse Field. We're going to come back in about 5 minutes right here on the Sunshine State Conference Digital Network. Welcome back to the Moccasin Lacrosse Field here at Florida Southern College in Lakeland. Boy, not a good first half for the Mocs. They are down by a 10-2 count here to their arch rivals, the Spartans from the University of Tampa. Now, like I do in basketball, I'm going to give you some statistics here of Moccasin players and where they stand all time in the Moccasin list. And there are some guys that have really done a nice job. For instance, Sean Nolan, now with his 2 goals today, has 53 goals in his career. He is now 6th all-time at Florida Southern. He just went by Shane Tompkins and Chris Murphy, both who played from 2011 to 2014. Tyler Copen is next up at 57 goals. Assists-wise, Jeff Atlas is 3rd all-time in Florida Southern history at 48. John Frieda, who played from 2009 to 12, had 60. He's next in line. And Appio, now with 36 assists, is tied for 8th place all-time in Florida Southern history. Lucas Claude, a 2015 to 17 lacrosse player, had 36 points. Now Atlas with 83. He is tied for 9th overall with Shane Tompkins and Dalton Simpson, who played here as late as last year, 2016 to 19. Next up is Corey Brown, who was from 2010 to 12 in the Mocs list. Kevin Dyer has played a little bit here today, did not play in that first game against Malloy. He has 205 career shots, 7th all-time in Moc history. 207 for Kyler Topin is next, and then Dalton Simpson at 219. He's got 109 shots on goal, 11th overall. And in ground balls, and this I guess we can look at this a little bit today. Kevin Horwitz with 163 career ground balls, fourth all-time. Tyler Novak from 2013 to 16 with 203. But he hasn't really had a good game today. And it looks like the Mocs have gone to Lebonsky a little bit here in the tail end of that second quarter.
Yeah, probably not a bad move. I wouldn't be surprised if he comes back out to start this third quarter.
Me too.
Want to see if we can get if Coach Ward can get Appio Atlas connection jiving somehow, working together, and getting more touches and more touches where they really have some opportunities.
Well, let's take a look at one key stat that we didn't look at, shots on goal. Really, really important.
Yeah, so again, UT was 24 shots. Of those 24, 13 of those were on goal, and 10 of them, as we can see by the scoreboard, went in. So 10 of 13 shots on goal, and it's all predicated on the passing and ultimately the final shot being from somebody on a quick pass that's very close to goal without giving that goalie a chance to respond and stop it. The Mocs, 12 shots. Only 5 on goal, 2 of those went in.
So Lebonsky is in the face-off X spot against Dickerson here, so it looks like he will get the opportunity here to begin the second half. And I guess, Phil, if you're Marty Ward, do you say, hey, guys, it's 0-0, let's win the second half?
Yeah, again, we had that discussion before. I think they started to do it in the second quarter with the possessions, focus very strongly on can they make good passes and again, eliminate the unforced errors and ultimately work it around until they get the shot that they want.
So our second half just about ready to get underway. Let's see if the Mocs can have a little bit better time of it here. The opening scrum is loose and picked up by Florida Southern. Good job by Griffin Mwali, the young freshman. And now Florida Southern on the attack. Let's see if they can get something going. Nolan is pretty much dropped to the ground for the second time in 10 seconds. And, boy, all of a sudden, Tampa has come out super aggressive.
Yeah, possession is awarded back to the Mocs, and I think appropriately so. There was kind of not a flag on the play, but there was kind of a
pretty hard hits.
Yeah, very aggressive on defense. I think the Spartans are challenging how far can I go until a flag's thrown.
No, there you go. That's probably right. Well, here's Edward May now with it for Florida Southern. He'll get it back from Kevin Dyer, and now they'll work the other side. This is Atlas. Atlas waving like he needs to get somebody loose there, takes the shot, and it's an easy save that time for Starr.
Boy, and it sure looked like he got tripped right as he was releasing that shot. Lost his footing, but I don't know if it was a stick or a foot by a Spartan that caused that.
Claire, and there is a miss that time by Wood, who did not pick it up.
Again, ball was just dropped.
And it's near the mid part, and now Florida Southern will pick it back up, and that's a nice job by Cole Williams.
That was a wonderful job by Cole on that. He did lose possession.
Now Wood again. Wood is just so slippery. Jack Wood, outstanding young freshman out of Duxbury, Massachusetts. So here we go, and here is Wright. Behind the restraining line.
Yeah, that combination of Wood and Wright has really been a killer.
This is McEnany. He had a goal earlier. This is Wood, wide open and missed a shot. Boy, the Mocs are fortunate there. I mean, he had an open look.
You can see Nick Shannon again. He was expecting help from the center in front of the goal crease. Never got it.
Here's Wood again.
Same
Did you
play.
get another look? That looked like it was deflected by Freestone.
Yeah, they've found a hole in the Mocs defense right now. The Mocs have got. You see them talking, trying to figure out what are we doing wrong to allow this guy to get wide open from the goalie's left.
This is Wright. Right looking shot. Looked like that was blocked.
Yeah, that was a goal. That was a goalie save. They
good
doubled
job by
up on that. They
Freestone.
figured it out. They doubled up.
And here we go. The Mocs will get the clear. Connor will do it. Craig Connor going forward to the left, near the goal. That pass by Nolan is going to be won back by UT, and now the clear comes the other way. Spartans hustling down with Nick Perrott.
You can see Nolan with two hands on his head. It's like, oh, I forgot there might be a long pole in the middle there. He just reached up and snagged a kind of a gentle, easy pass right in front of the goalie.
And here is Wright, and he'll hold it and give everyone a chance to reset. A little over 12 minutes to go here in quarter number 3. It's been all Spartans so far. Let's see if the Mocs can get going. Oh, right there was Wood, and right there is a goal by the young freshman.
A lot of watching going on
Ooh,
defense.
Boy.
They're enjoying watching the game as opposed to really sticking on their man. Again, just one extra pass. It's said so often in lacrosse, one more pass, one more time, and what's he doing? Standing right outside the goalie crease.
Right out the edge of the goalie crease.
Bang, bang, and there's nothing you can do.
No, I mean, if you're Maxwell Freestone, you have no chance on a play like that. So it's a 9-goal lead here now for UT. There's the face-off X. There's Dickerson with the win. He's in the box. There's the shot, and there's another goal. And this one by the youngster Wood again.
Yeah, Wood's amazing. At 5'11", freshman, 172, but they've really found a jewel in him to be stepping up and playing like that.
Boy, he is good. You're right.
That was not an easy shot. A lot of traffic. I think goalie was screened, but it was a laser. That was just a really rocket shot down low.
Well, a quick timeout here. It looks like taken by Florida Southern. I would not want to be in that huddle right now if I am the Mocs. Let's go ahead and take a 30-second break. We'll be back after this on the Sunshine State Conference Digital Network. Well, Phil, the Mocs need to stop the bleeding.
Yeah,
pretty quickly here.
The two words I just wrote down for Sunday and beyond: film room. There's going to be a lot of film to look at. It'll be a nice challenge for Coach Ward and his staff because there are definitely things that they can work on. There are definitely things that they can improve upon. Communication. We saw it on that one possession where they had players open to the goalie's left. The shots were missed, and then they figured it out on the third time. And they did talk, but ultimately another long shot came in to make it 12-2.
So here's Horwitz back in now for the Mocs against Dickerson. And the face-off X about to commence here. And it's going to be picked up and won by Dickerson. And he'll send it back, and now the Spartans will build.
And Jimmy's just so quick on that clamp.
He is.
Just beating him clean.
Bordiak with it. He has a goal earlier today. Again, a lot of guys have scored for Tampa. That guy right there with it, he scored a bunch. Wood now out. He's been behind the X quite a bit. Clement's trying to get with him.
You see how far out he's pressing, right?
Look
really
at that.
trying to pressure him.
Yeah, there's Wood again.
You like that little fake pass shot? Yeah, he's done that a couple of times now on this possession alone.
It's a good pass to the side there for Colin White.
It's a neat ploy because he's trying to get the defender to take one extra step. Can I get around him, and then I'm on a breakaway. I'm free.
Well, Clement did a nice job there just to hang with him. It's not easy to do. This is Whitman. This is Cole Whitman running back to the X here. Woods tried to set a pick. Seen that a lot. That pass was errant, but the Spartans are going to be there to gather it in. We go under 11 minutes to go, and shot clock is a factor. It's coming down to 10 seconds. And I think the Spartans don't know. Well, one guy didn't know. It was Cole Whitman. Now they know. And there's the pass does not. Let's see if they can get a shot off. They won't.
No, he just dumped it.
Yeah, they
he
just
dumped it to burn a little clock.
Yep.
So good defensive effort.
Yep.
Yeah, really good. Proud of them on that effort.
Good job by the Mocs, and that's the kind of thing that they have needed to do, and it hasn't always been there today. But, boy, that was a really good defensive sequence.
So not different than the start of the first quarter down 0-2. The third quarter they're down 0-2. Again, can they get the next goal? Can they maybe tie or win this quarter?
So here is Freestone. He's up near midfield. He has to stop there. Coming through is Sarkeesian. And back out now for Frank.
Little surprised he didn't fire it to the left to Appio. He was kind of wide open. I don't know that he felt like he had a clear lane to him.
Shot taken by Nolan, and the third goal for Sean Nolan. And the Mocs get a little bit closer.
And haven't had a chance to say this much, but that was the big hammer. He started low, launched it up high, up to the goalie's upper left, and just flat out beat him. It was not a short-range shot by any means, but a lot of heat on it. Perfect positioning.
Well, Nolan has all 3 goals here today for Florida Southern.
Nice patient possession.
Yep.
Good passing. He had a look and he took it. So 2-1 here in the third.
Cross River, New York is where he comes from.
So again, focus on the clamp. Just watch the speed.
Horwitz trying to get it. There is Dickerson again to win it. Horwitz has just not had any luck against this Dickerson. Dickerson has been so tough inside. And it's like you said, he's like a bull.
Yeah, I was amazed at his size, 5'6", but again, at 180 is a nice weight. It's all in the hands, though, all in the wrist.
Spartans get the clear coming forward now. This is Bordiak, and he'll give it up to Colin White.
So, Jim, when you're looking for something to do, go out to goalie practice when they're
I'm okay. I'm okay.
Well, how about face-off practice? And
yeah,
then we're working on the
I'll
clamp.
be okay with that one, too.
That one will burn your forearms up in a minute.
Yeah, I think I'll pass on that one. Trying to go far side there now will be McEnany, and, boy, he's been pretty good today for the Spartans as well.
Defense is really packing in tight in front of goal. You notice
yes, they are.
So not stringing it out.
In the X is Wood. He comes back out. They're going to take the shot there. Freestone will get it. Nice play by Maxwell Freestone. Got it, picked it up. Now the Mocs will try to get it clear, and let's see if they can, going back the other way.
And, again, the key was the distance of that shot, cleared it out in front, and actually gave Freestone a chance to make the save, which he did, and now they just got the clear.
This is Neubauer. He's been called for a couple of penalties today. Here is Atlas with a spin.
Yeah, they're not covering Appio right now either. I'll be surprised if they don't try to get it over to him.
Now here's Nolan. He's got all 3 Mocs goals. And now May. And again, they're just biding time here. He gets into the box, but now back out behind the restraining line. Giving it up there for Dyer, who just came back in. 205 career shots for Kevin Dyer. He's been kind of held up today. Here's May. Now Dyer, can he get one? There you go, and it was blocked. And it's going to go out. Mocs will keep it. Shot clock is down to 28.
Yeah, that was Sam Collingwood. Took it off the back of the elbow, kind of turned off on it. But
the ball's hard, too.
Possession remains with the Mocs.
So here's May.
Flag down now. We have a delay call here, delay penalty.
Yeah, let's see what it is. Dyer will give it up. Trying to come forward with it. Wallace. And now we get the whistle.
So this will be
I heard the number. It looks like the Mocs will get a man-up situation. Looks like the penalty is going to be called on Sam Collingwood. So let's see if Florida Southern can take advantage of it. First man-up situation today.
Yeah, it would be nice. They have a chance here to even up the score just for the third alone at 2-all.
Call was for interference, and here we go. Man up for the Mocs. Fresh 80. Here's May. Back out and around the horn it goes. Atlas gives it back up here for Dyer. All the Mock goal scorers are in. May, and good passing here by the Mocs. Appio. Shot taken by Dyer, blocked by UT, and the Spartans going to pick it up.
You know, Jim, I was just going to make a comment. I want to see both the hands free and a clear shooting lane. You had 3 defenders right in front of them on that shot. Just not a good decision.
Crossed the midfield line. Come the Spartans now with a man-down situation. And I would think, Phil, they just might want to hold it here a little bit, right?
You know, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm trying to take a peek at who's on the field right now, but
this is Kilkowski. He can score.
If he gets free, I'm sure he's going to feed it.
Yeah,
they're changing lines, so they're just settling in.
Kilkowski gets it back out behind the restraining line, finds Wood. And the young freshman says, well, let's go now. Again, the clock continuing to tick down, but still 35 seconds on it.
You know, Jim, it's tough to track the substitutions. Coach Ward had mentioned he was going to go with 3 midfield lines, and it'll be interesting to see what his take is on how that's worked for him today with future games.
Back to the far side, and Tampa looks like it's just trying to run it down. Mastro in the box. Still with it. They're letting him go. Shot taken. Looked like Freestone with a nice play there. Ball is loose. Mox will pick it up. Good ground ball pickup that time.
Another nice defensive stance.
Yep.
That's a couple in a row. Yep. Again, winning the small battles.
Well, that was Shannon. Now the pass comes to Rossi. And now clear successful comes to Phillips. Mox building. Nolan looked like he had a slight open. Oh, knocked it away from him. Spartans will pick it back up. Oh, and now we get a real hit there. And there's a flag. Yeah, I would sure think so. That did not look too good by Charlie Belesh.
So what happened? Nolan went into a triple team, tried to break through it, knowing if he did, he'd probably have 2 guys wide open. I'm not sure the first call is, but certainly the face-to-face, the Spartan chose to just belly up to him and put him on his back.
Well, Belesh is the guy that probably should get the penalty here, so we'll see. There he goes.
Yeah, I think there's going to be 2 flags. The second one's definitely on the Spartan. I just don't know the first one, if the first one's on Nolan or not. Very well could be.
It looks like he might, because he's pretty unhappy right now. So to remain even strength, both teams with a man in the box. There they are.
They're still chirping at each other right now. Have you seen any previews for the big fight tonight? I'm waiting to see if they're going to get 3 or 4 bouncers between these guys in front of the table.
Yeah, they're not. Neither one of them are real happy right now.
Then we ship them out to Vegas and have a good little pre-fight game.
So both teams with a man in the box. So how's the strategy with this now?
Again, I like to relay it to hockey. If you watch an overtime in hockey, when you lose
go 3-on-3 in hockey,
it's a faster game.
Yeah.
If we're on attack, I like it a whole lot better for the Mocs. Certainly, the speed that the Spartans have shown, if it flips the other way, it's proven to be difficult for the Mocs defense.
Well, Coach Ward has always talked about the fact that speed is the primary factor nowadays, and it's just true not only in this sport but in almost any sport.
Yeah, and we talked about this during the break at halftime. You know, you've got the number 5 team versus the Mocs moving up to number 20. The credit for the loss on the road to the number 6 team, but there's a lot of little facets that are jumping up that the Spartans are doing very well, and it just multiplies when it's more shots that are more quality shots that are placed well and less turnovers, etc. So, and then again, it all starts at the circle. How many times have we said that? So.
Boy. So here we go.
So what?
Both penalties are interference calls.
Yeah, I believe the first, if it was on the Mocs, they're turning the possession over to the
UT.
Spartans.
Yep, that's what it looks like. So Wright has it, and Wood is back out there with him. And he's just going to stand there and hold it and force the Mocs to come out. Trying to get it into the box, but then they don't need it there. Wood is just holding it. Wood and Wright just playing catch.
Well,
for now.
We've got the AA team Appio and Atlas, but the WW team for the Spartans, pretty lethal.
Yes, they have been. And now we get a whistle, and we're going to get a timeout called here by the University of Tampa. It's a 9-goal lead by the Spartans. Don't go away. We're coming back right after this on the Sunshine State Conference Digital Network. .42 seconds on the 80-second shot clock. Now the Spartans with the ball, and Phil, I think they're probably just going to try to run it down a little bit further. Although the timeout, they may have set up a play.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure why they call that timeout. Hadn't had a chance to check the numbers if they want to make any substitutions. It looks like their main attackmen are in there though.
So here we go, and let's see if they go a little quicker. Here's Wood giving it up now for McGraw. There's Wood. You can see their pass goes through, and that's really an errant pass. Mox will get a possession here.
Yeah, and you'll notice 3 was wide open. The pass was tight a little bit high. He missed it, but had he gotten that, there was nobody on him. So fortunate for the Mox, see if they can get a clear.
So here we go, and the Mox will indeed try to get that. Zack Fitzgerald will start it. And you can see it looks like Tampa's coming up, putting a little bit of high pressure here now. They're going to try to keep the clear from happening. That's what it looks like here. So here's Fitzgerald. Let's see if the Mox can get it done. Trying to run past there. Kilkowski. He's going to come all the way back. The ball is on the ground. It's picked up by Freestone, the goalkeeper.
Again, so you have a defender trying to move the ball up. Yep. Now he's got it to a short stick.
Now they
Much
got
better
it.
situation.
Yep. And the clear is successful. And they're going to get it back to Nolan. And what's the whistle? Let's see what this is.
I was enjoying the pass to the center of the field to somebody wide open, and I did not catch what was going on.
Boy, in soccer, they would just annihilate the referee for stopping it while the play is in motion like that. So both guys are still in the box, right? Looks like it. Well, where's Nolan? No, Nolan's out. Are they back to full strength? They did come back.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. So here we go now. Mox with it. Quick cut and back out. Boy, they just don't seem to be able to find any openings. It was Humphrey. Summers.
Yeah, Hopkins and Summers getting a lot of touches out top.
Yep. Summers just trying to bull his way through and not that successful right now. Back to the X. Appio gets it out. Maybe a shot for Nolan, and that will be wide. It's a good pass. Nolan had a chance at it.
And that's what I've been looking for. So we had an Appio Atlas pass, and then there's Nolan right up top trying to pop it in a little bit high. But, again, that's the movement you want to see.
Shot clock down to 20. In the X is Appio. He'll come back now and find Summers also in the X. Now he comes back out, lost the ball. It's going to be picked up on the ground ball there by Matukis, and the Spartans now with a clear and maybe with some numbers.
And again, Jim, just the unforced error. Ball comes loose from his stick.
And now back out, and they're going to slow it down a little bit. Scott Phillips, the long stick midi, will get it back to the Colin White.
Yeah, there's a delay flag.
Yep. Mox with it, Spartans with it. You can see they're just trying to run it down. Shot clock still a long way, 40 seconds. And again, a delay call coming up. Trying to go through. Pass there for White. Ball is caught there by Freestone, and now we got the delay penalty coming up.
Again, much better defense again. You notice coverage was good.
Playing better.
Forced a distant shot, gave the goalie a clear lane.
Are they packing it in a little bit more?
They're just staying with them. To me, it just appeared they're running a little bit better with them. They're not getting caught up in any picks. Passing is not as crisp by the Spartans on that. They were passing it around a bit more in the first half. So the one-on-one situation, if it's not one of the burners, they're staying with them.
So it looks like the Mocs are being penalized. It looks like Matt Nastasi over there. So a fresh 80 and a man-up situation. The Mocs have handled one of these. Didn't handle one either. They scored on one, I believe.
So, Jim, the funny thing about this sport, we're watching the play on the offensive end. The yelling by the Spartans bench, you look over and then you see the flag down. I mean, they're not going to let it go unnoticed.
Yep. So they called it unnecessary roughness. Spartans in the X back there with Kilkowski now. Looks like Wood has come back out. Wood now just outside. Maybe a chance. Spartans with a man up. Working it. Mocs trying to defend it. Not easy to do. Ball on the ground, though. Wood trying to pick it up. Mocs had it.
Well, that's Cole Williams.
That's
just
Cole
great
Williams.
job.
Great play.
Great job on the stop. Flips it back to make them set back up again. But wonderful defense.
Spartans get it back with Collingwood. And so they can reset here. Here's Wood. He's waiting. Now maybe a chance. Now Wood will take a shot. And it's a great play by Freestone. He got a touch on it.
Goalie interference,
Yeah, very good play by Maxwell Freestone.
Again, so much more improved. Distant shots, not as wide open, giving your goalie a chance to make the save, and Freestone stepping up, doing the job.
Connor gets it to the right. Mocs trying to get to clear, and will.
So that's Shannon, 18.
Yep. Shannon with it now. He's still going to go, cutting back.
They really don't want him with the ball this long. Defended
by Phillips there. Ball knocked away, picked up again by Tampa. That's by Badeau. And now the Spartans with the chance to clear and come back down.
Yeah, 3 or 4 seconds is okay. 10, 15 seconds, that's
what's
probably
long,
what the result's going to be. It sticks on the ground, possession, turnovers, given up.
Chance inside. That was blocked, it looked like, by Freestone off the shot there by Colin White. And that was some kind of play by the Mocs. Well, you're right.
He was
now
open
they
and
really
collapsed.
Playing better. Yep.
They triple teamed them. Goalie was in good possession. Nobody back at X. Possession back to the Mocs.
So Florida Southern trying to build there with Cole Williams, who made that really good play a while ago into the box there. Imwali gave it up, and now back out behind the box, and now getting a little closer to it.
Yeah, nice job by Imwali to get the clear.
Here's Atlas. Mocs pretty far back now. This is Skylar Sarkeesian. Sarkeesian running in. She's still got it. Takes the shot a little wide. And the Mocs will retain possession. Atlas going back to get it. 45 on the clock.
So you notice, Jim, how he's running to his left. He couldn't quite change position to maybe come more straight at the goalie. It was a very, very wide-angle shot.
Here's Atlas. Wants to shoot. And that ball is saved very nicely by Starr. So Spartans with a possession, looking for a clear and maybe another goal. Spartans with it.
He never had a chance to change the angle of that shot. He was high, let it go high. The goalie was up high with him. Tight coverage prevented him from changing it.
Spartans trying to build. Platinek had it. In fact, Spartans getting a few new faces in. Shot taken. That's going to be wide by Hanlon. Spartans retain possession. And we have only a couple of seconds left here in the quarter. One final shot will go wide. Hanlon missed it. And we have come to the end of quarter number 3. So a much better quarter for Florida Southern than the first two, but they are still down by 9 as we head to the final 15 minutes here at the Moccasin Lacrosse Field. Don't go away. We've got that final 15 coming right up here on the Sunshine State Conference Digital Network. Well, a good look there at the Mocs. They had a much better third quarter here against the Spartans. They actually lost it on the scoreboard by 2-1, but Phil, the Mocs did a lot of good things in that quarter, especially on the defensive end.
Yeah, and the defense, if they're kind of 50-50 on the face-offs on that quarter, but on the defensive end, giving themselves more chances on offense, sliding well, not giving the wide open shots, and good job in goal. Really nice job in goal by Freestone in that quarter.
So Lubanski is back out to take the face-off here for Florida Southern against Mr. Dickerson, who has been lights out for UT. Fourth quarter about ready to get underway. Let's see if the Mocs can make a run here at this very, very strong UT team.
You'll notice.
And we got a whistle. Yeah. And it looks like they are going to give it to the University of Tampa.
The other thing I'm seeing with Dickerson on those faceoffs, it's his body position. So low, sticking that rear end out, backing up, and just basically blocking off anybody else from coming in and stealing it.
McEnany in the alley now, going down that left side. Getting some resistance here from Ben Price. Comes back out. This is Kilkowski. He'll give it up, and they'll just work it around. In the X, this is Wood. Seen him there a lot. Near the goal, in the goal mouth. Let's see. We got a whistle. And let's see, I think it's going to go to Florida Southern.
Crease violation. Yep. He was really tight.
Inside,
he was trying to
right?
receive the pass. He didn't get it and just basically fell in. With a little help from his friend.
So the Mocs with a clear. And let's see if they can get going here in quarter number 4. This is Atlas trying to fend off the Battle of Bedaux.
Man, he's a freshman. Yeah, freshman LSM doing a great job at 6'2".
This is Edward May. He's holding, looking for some friends. He'll come outside.
88 Nick Perrott for them on defense as well for the Spartans. Another guy at 6'2". There's a
Dyer,
shot.
There's a shot. There you go. So that'll get a little bit closer. So Nolan with his 4th goal of the game, and Dyer will get the assist on the play, and that's exactly what the Mocs need.
A nice change of plane. Yep. Releases low, follows through high, and it's just a hummer. Just a ton of speed on it. No chance for the goalie to stop that.
Now, Nolan has had a huge game offensively for Florida Southern. 4 goals for the sophomore. Looks like Lubanski, I believe, in on the face-off X again. And one by Dickerson. He's going forward with it. Into the box.
Can the defense settle here?
Yeah, can they? Kilkowski now in the X back there. Looks like Wood has come out and played a little bit in front or to the side of the goal. And the Spartans just slowly building it back out. Miller gives it up. Let's see. Spartans trying to come through. Mocs defending much, much better, though, here in this second half. No question about it. Whitman had a chance there. Still got it, somehow carrying it with him.
Griffin Phillips on defense really pressing out. Justin Clement as well.
Yep, and Clement with him now.
They just have to be careful. Again, getting down on the ground like that and just getting beat one-on-one.
This is Whitman. Shot clock down to 25. In the X, coming back out is Kilkowski. And a nice play there by Maxwell Freestone. Mocs will get a possession. Clement with it.
It's a play that goes unnoticed sometimes. Can you get a steal by yourself and help yourself out in your own zone?
Mocs looking for the clear. We'll get it here with Imwali. Imwali in the box. Now back out. Let's see if the Mocs can get one here.
Yeah, he's done that well a couple of times in this quarter already.
Yes, he has. This is Nolan. And back out for May.
So, again, you have Atlas wide to the goalie's left. Nobody really playing on him, but there's no attempt to work the ball to him. We're trying to see if there's any kind of a game they're going to come up with or not.
Wide shot that time by Ian Wallace. So the Mocs will keep it. 36 on the clock. In the X, for Florida Southern was Atlas, and now back out it comes. Tampa really adept at that one-on-one defending.
Yeah, you notice they got 4 men packed in right in front of the goalie.
Yes,
so it's going to be a distant shot.
May tries to take it. That's blocked there very nicely by Starr. And the ground ball pickup by UT. That's by Perrott. And the pass near midfield. That will get the clear for Scott Phillips.
Great pressure by Edward May.
Yep. This is Lucchesi giving it up. And Kilkowski says, I'll hold it for a minute. Game clock approaching 11 minutes to go. Still plenty of time, but the Mocs down by 8. They need to get some here. A very slow first half and a much, much better second half for Florida Southern.
Late substitution.
And Wood is just holding on. And again, boy, do they set picks. Still with it is Wood. Yeah. And now he had it knocked away. Good defensive play that time by the Mocs. Cole Williams, and here comes Florida Southern back the other way. Chance maybe for the Mocs. Shot taken and a save by Starr.
Yeah, that was a nice save. Good shot.
Great effort by Craig Connor. Now the Spartans back the other way. And they're just going to hold it. They're just going to bring it back out and hold it. I'm a little surprised. I thought they would really. They seem to have sort of took the foot off the gas a little bit.
You had 5 defenders in the box, though. Mocs did a really nice job of getting back, slowing it down.
Coming forward with it is Hanlon. There's the pass. There's the shot. It's saved by Freestone. Freestone's had a good second half here for the Mocs.
Yep. Again, that's been kind of the mantra of the second half, letting them shoot, but a distant shot, giving Freestone a view of the shot and the ability to block it as he did right there.
Looks like the Mocs are going to have it, and let's see where they're going with it now. Pass by Humphrey. Comes to Sarkeesian. He gives it up to Atlas. Atlas trying to find that. Oh, boy, he just got hit. There's flags everywhere, and that's going to be a penalty on the Spartans. Oh, ball goes over Appio's head. Actually, it looked like he did not catch it, but it should be a penalty coming up here for UT. Atlas got conked pretty hard, it looked like.
Yeah, he kind of took 2 shots. I saw him kind of get hammered a little bit early and then took another one to the jaw.
So the Mocs will have a man up. Be nice if they could score early. Cut that deficit down a little bit more and don't waste much of that clock. We're under 10 minutes left here.
Again, the second half, they're kind of doing what they wanted to do. Can they level it off? Deficit may be too much to win the game, but can they win a quarter? Can they win a half?
So it looks like Collingwood in the box. And they did call a cross check on it. Now they don't have 2 in the box, do they? McEnany is there as well. I see one of the officials over there talking to the official scorer over there. Mocs with a man up. Nolan. For Atlas. Appio in the X.
So they have 2 men in the box.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what it looked like.
Another flag down.
There's another one. There's a shot taken, and there's a goal. Great goal by the Mocs. That's by Thomas Frank, the freshman out of Coral Springs. He will get his first goal of the season.
What a great cannon. That was a low lefty shot, perfectly placed for the goal. Nice passing, nice open shot, good decision.
Frank picked up an assist in the Malloy game, now gets his first goal. And he is from Stoneman Douglas High School. And he's a freshman, so he was there.
Wow.
He was there. Yep.
Good for him.
Kevin Horwitz was also from Stoneman Douglas, but he was here. He's a junior, but Mr. Frank was there.
Yeah, they were bracing him over there.
Bet. And now we have a discussion. The Spartans did have 2 in the box. Mocs a little closer, and again, they scored quickly here, which means not much time ran off.
Waiting for a signal here from the officials.
Yeah, It looks like they may be putting another Spartan in the – well, that's my question here now. They had 2 in the box, and the Mocs scored quickly. They both come out? So let's see if they will leave one in the box. It sure looks like they will. I would have thought so. It's Collingwood again. He's going to stay in. Mocs just scored on a man up, and now they should have another man up here, I would think. Talking to the official scores over there.
Yeah, I think they're trying to resolve who the calls are on.
Okay.
49 looks like he's definitely in the box.
Yeah. Well, 45 was there also
Collingwood
for UT. That was McEnany was there for a while. So I guess they're trying to figure out which one comes out, I would think. It looks like Collingwood is staying in the box.
And then 13 McCarthy also, so they have 2 more men in the box again.
Oh, yes. Yes, McCarthy is also in the box.
And that's what you worry about with this kind of rivalry. They have a lead. They know they're in a good position to win the game. Time's getting late, and it's getting a little bit chippy on that end.
14. Okay, all right. Sam Collingwood's penalty was non-releasable. So, yeah, and that was the one against Nolan, right? Yeah,
I believe so.
I could see that one. I could definitely see that. Okay. So it looks like 2 in the box, and the Mocs here, they're going to have it looks like a face-off X here after the goal. They called an actual slashing penalty on Cormac McCarthy. So 2 in the box, boy, you would think.
Well, the non-releasable again. If you literally get on your knees and do something, this is where you absolutely want to win the face-offs. Get a little breakaway and just get a run of goals, and who knows where it goes from there.
Well, once again, Mr. Dickerson is there. And they're still trying to sort out some things here, it looks like. Although not sure exactly. Well, another official had not come back onto the field to play. Oh, you got to get a ball. I guess you need that, right?
Yeah, that could help.
So Lubanski will be in the face-off X for the Mocs against Mr. Dickerson. Boy, he has really, really been tough. Ross Dickerson, a senior out of Berlin, Maryland. Mocs will see him one more time on April 4th. There is Dickerson again winning it.
That clamp is amazing.
Yes, it is. It will go out, though.
Pass.
Yeah, Aaron Pass, and the Mocs now will get it, and they have a 2-man up situation, and they're going in a hurry.
Yep.
Here is Atlas. Yeah, time is a factor here, no doubt about it. Now May.
Well, the key is the non-releasable. If they can continue to get shots and put it in the goal, back to the face-off circle, off you go.
Appio in the X. To where he's been. Pass for Dyer. Dyer again. Cranks it. Blocked. Picked up by UT. Nice save. Almost went back in. Almost an errant pass. And now the Spartans with Bedeau coming out with it.
Yeah, I don't know if you noticed, Thomas Frank, 17, a stick just got helicoptered out of his hands. He had to come off the field.
So Bedeau, there's a flag, and that's going to go against the Mocs.
Yeah, that was Kevin Dyer. It was very obvious right in front of the official. Just grabbed the jersey.
And it is getting a little chippy.
Yeah.
Which means that I'm glad we're up here.
I like the shot. I like the position of the shot. Starr made a nice save. Just did not happen to have anybody in front of goal to pick up the junk and get an ugly one.
So Tampa will call a timeout. We'll go ahead and step aside. Mocs down 7. Still time to go here in this one. We're back after this on the Sunshine State Conference Digital Network.
So we are
moccasins. We come from all around the world.
And just around the corner.
Our families may be different.
Yet our differences make us stronger.
But most of all, we are student athletes.
Ready to impact the future.
We are moccasins.
This is who we are.
Who are you?
Welcome back to the Moccasin Lacrosse Field here on the campus of Florida Southern College in Lakeland. A beautiful Saturday afternoon after a really, really cold Friday night here. And it is a 7-goal deficit for the homestanding Mocs here against UT. But, Phil, it has gotten a little bit, shall we say, chippy in the last 5 minutes or so, and the penalty box has been full.
to keep the Spartans shut out, to keep them at 12 has been wonderful. To have 2 possessions with 2 men in the box, you put 1 goal up, you get the next possession, you get a good shot. You happen to not have anybody where that rebound goes, and unfortunately, Dwyer just makes a bad decision to grab the jersey and again limit the advantage to 1 up instead of 2 up.
So Dyer is in the box, and also remaining in is Sam Collingwood for his high stick against Sean Nolan a while ago, a non-releasable foul.
Yeah, and then McCarthy, I believe, still has some time on his penalty. Yeah.
So the Mocs will be a man-up situation here,
but without possession.
Yeah.
I like the urgency of that last possession, the speed that they passed the ball. Again, good decision on the shot. Once in a while, you run into a good goalie save, and he absolutely did it.
And actually, Maxwell Freestone has had a couple of good ones here for Florida Southern in this fourth quarter.
Yeah, he certainly has.
Well, I'm sure they would like a do-over for the first half, but unfortunately, it doesn't work that way. So here we go.
So
Brian Wright with it, and he's heading towards goal. Circles around the cage and comes all the way back out. And again, they want to run a little bit. 52 on the 82nd clock. Mocs need goals. Now, how at this point, Phil, how much pressure do you put on them?
Well, they were trying to double team. The problem is you've got Brian Wright at 5'7", 145, and just could not keep up with them. They had the extra man, but just not able to apply the pressure of a double team.
So here is Bordiak. He has it. Still going around. Sarkisian with him. Bordiak goes back into the alley now, just sort of circle around and see if he can find something. He's running clock, no question about that, and it's working. It's down to 14. Back out it comes. He's had it for a while.
So the Mocs penalty's over, and I believe Spartans are just coming back to even strength right now.
Kilkowski, he just threw it out. So I think that will, let's see if that evens it up all the way. Back the other way now with the possession. Williams gives it up for the Mocs. Neubauer gets the clear. Mocs need a goal. Here's Atlas. Once again, Humphrey. And the Mocs just kind of holding on here, trying to get people into position.
And again, I think they're going to continue to work it around and get meaningful, quality, good shots.
Humphrey gives it wide to Hopkins. Trying to barrel his way through. He does, trying to go all the way through. Ball on the ground, though, picked up by the goalkeeper Starr. Tampa with a clear, and here is Wright. And Brian Wright can fly. Good job by Clement just to hang with him. He'll back it out.
Scott Phillips, number 20 LSM for the Spartans, is down, holding either a shin or ankle or knee. I know, lower leg injury.
Oh, yes, he is. Yes, he is. I was watching the ball on the other end. Did not see what happened to him. Looks like he's in a little bit of pain. Clock has stopped here while the Spartan training staff comes out to check him.
Yeah, metal shafts and shin bones don't go along well.
I want to remind you that we will be back on the air next Saturday, high noon, when the Mocs men's lacrosse team will take on Montevallo from the Gulf South Conference. That will be another regional game for Florida Southern, non-conference, but a regional game, and another big one coming up here for the Mocs, and they've got to help him off the field. And let's hope he's okay. It looks like he cannot put any weight on that right leg or right foot.
Either the shin or an ankle. The way they're carrying him, I would probably guess that it's an ankle injury. So a little over 6 minutes remaining here. Mocs have had a good fourth quarter, a good third quarter, but they find themselves down here. And I guess maybe, Phil, a good lesson for the team in a sense, because they did not come out with any kind of urgency or energy, and they looked like they were going to have energy, but it just didn't happen. Better decision making. Obviously got coached up a little bit at the half. Better protection of the ball.
Spartans with it. McEnany gives it up. Nice spin move, and that's knocked away, but picked back up again by Hanlon. Hanlon trying to get into the X. They double team him. He gets through two. Dropped it out, shot taken. And that is a save, a tremendous save by Freestone.
I think he picked that off the back of his neck. It
Boy.
was a wonderful save.
Tremendous save. Mox Clear successful with Connor.
Mox put themselves in a tough position. They were double teaming with two long poles, and both of them got beat. So.
Here's Atlas giving it up for Appio. And this is Nolan. He's got 4. Does he want 5? Will he try to get 5? They're going to run him out of the box if they can. He will pass it back to Appio in the X. Appio guarded back there by McCarthy. Now gives it back out. And the Mocs will reset with May. And he'll give it with Wallace. Wallace gets it back. Trying to go forward to the left now. Cuts back again. Just can't find any openings here. This is May. May takes a shot. That ball looked like blocked again by Starr.
Yeah, I like the shot. The goalie made a nice save on that because he really changed planes on that from high to low.
Great hustle by the Mocs there by Kevin Dyer to win it back. This is Dunleavy. He fires. There's another save by Starr. Gathered up, or let's see, is it? Looks like it might be. And UT did pick it up. So back the other way come the Spartans. McCarthy. Good pass. We'll find Lucchesi. Lucchesi almost had it stripped.
Boy, that was a very lucky, very fortunate bounce.
Spartans do get the clear as Balesh had it.
Again, the effort on the loose ball, possession's lost. They're doing what we expect out of them.
Yep.
They're really staying on it. Maybe it's not always working out, but they force some loose balls, some ground balls that just haven't come their way.
So the Spartans holding it here, trying to run down the clock. Balesh with it. Shot clock at 35. Seems like all the Spartans are pretty quick. So Owen Miller gives it up. Trying to go through there is Whitman. There's going to be a shot, and there is a goal for UT. That was by Owen Miller.
I think Owen's going to be happy with that one. There was a lot of heat on that shot. Pretty distant shot as well, but well placed. And another goal, a rare goal in the second half for the Spartans.
So the Mocs are down by 8 with 3.5 to go here in the fourth quarter. Once again, Dickerson, and it looks like Horwitz back in for Florida Southern. Dickerson has been lights out on these draws. And it looks like Horwitz going to win one there for the Mocs. Let's see if they can get one. They're going to go down that left side trying to come back. There's a good spin move. Looking for Atlas. They got him. Atlas covered up there.
This is a rare time that I've seen Atlas handling the ball this long. Been waiting for this.
And he's looking for help and found the long stick, and now they're going to have to get it back out and try to reset it here a little bit with Hopkins. And again, I guess, Phil, this is where you really work on things. I mean, you're down 8. You've only got 3 minutes to go.
Again, you see Atlas. You see Atlas and Appio flanking the goalie again, working around.
Trying to come through there was Humphrey. Spartan defense is strong. Maybe a chance here. And it's a save by Starr. Good effort by Hopkins, but Starr equal to the task. And now the clear right away for the Spartans, courtesy of Badeau.
Yeah, that was Borodiak. That was a big hit. Really appears that they're trying to let the offense have a one-on-one game, just a man game, and see if they can beat the defender.
This is Miller. He's holding it. Back on. Balesh going forward. Balesh. Back to the X. In the X. Not alone. Coming back out.
A lot of movement by the Spartans, but again, the defense doing a better job staying with their men.
They sure are. This is Whitman. He'll come back for White. And all the way back for Balesh. And trying to come forward is Keeney. The shot was wide. Will go out. 13 on the clock. Let's see if the Mocs can get it run down here, get the ball back. There's the restart. Tampa knows this is right. All the way back out. They're going to need a long shot. Pass high. They're probably not going to get one off here.
Good job on defense again.
Great defense by Florida Southern. So something to build on here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Final minute of the game coming up. Williams coming forward. Pass for Nolan. He's got 4, the Mocs 5. Thomas Frank has the other one. Out of the X for Atlas. In the box. Hard to move there. Atlas still holding around the crease. Trying to come back the other way. He slipped down. Mocs will get it back. Atlas gets back up. Thought they were going to give him another shot at it, but Appio holding on to it.
Yeah, nice effort by Atlas. It was a shame that a cleat slipped out on him.
This is May. Under a half minute to go. Shot taken will be wide. Mocs will keep it. Let's see if they get the final shot of the game here. A little less than 20 seconds to go.
Yeah, McCarthy did a good job blocking out on the shot. Knocked it down just a bit.
Tried to get it inside. Tampa's going to win it back. And the Spartans will try to run out the clear here and run out the game. Lucchesi will get the pass, and the Spartans will have it. Let's see if they just hold it here for these final seconds as the clock will tick down. And the University of Tampa Spartans will come to the Moccasin Lacrosse field and defeat Florida Southern here this afternoon by that final score, an 8-goal difference, as the Spartans go to 3-0 on this young 2020 season. Florida Southern falls to 1-2. And again, Phil, I think if you're the Mocs, you sort of have to take a look and realize that the second half was a whole lot better than the first. And that may be something to build on here.
Yeah, that second quarter, as I look at my score sheet, the score balloons to 10-2.
Yep.
Good job in the second half, 3 goals to 3.
Yep.
Did a lot better job communicating, a lot better job on possessions, won some face-offs. But it just snowballed on them on the first half. Too big of a deficit to overcome.
Yeah, it sure did. It sure did. And again, 4 goals by Sean Nolan, 1 by the freshman Thomas Frank, and that was all she wrote. The Mocs offense just struggled to get going against this stout University of Tampa defense.
Yeah, as I look at our stat leaders, Atlas and Appio, they'll have to go back to the drawing board a bit and figure out, hey, what do we got to do to get these guys involved again and give them good chances.
Well, let's go ahead and take a break. Well, our post-game show will be coming right up here. Mocs on the wrong end of this thing, but we've got a lot more lacrosse to go here in this 2020 season. Don't go away. Our post-game show starts next here on the Sunshine State Conference Digital Network. Well, you can see both teams with the handshake here to end this one. The Spartans win it by a 13-5 count. Let's take a look at our final stats here for the game. And you can see right there, Tampa with an 11-shot advantage, both teams with 11 saves. Clears were pretty close, but the face-offs Spartans won 15 of the 22, and the Mocs won 7. That's a difference of 8. And what's the final score difference?
Yeah, pretty close to that, right?
8 it is, and you can see how important that type of situation is as Florida Southern. With a good second half, as Phil mentioned, it was a 3-3 standoff in the second half between the Mocs and the University of Tampa Spartans, but a 10-2 advantage in the first half for the Spartans. 4-1 in the first quarter, 6-1 in the second quarter. And that is a pretty tough deal when you're 8 down at the half.
Yeah, better job of shots on goal for the Mocs in the second half. They ended up with a total of 16. They only had 5 at the half.
Yep, okay.
13 for the Spartans at the half, jumped up to 24. But I think the key is to double your output, to get better possessions, to work the ball around. And we made a lot of good comments on defense in the second half. So a few times they got beat, but overall the reason that score was 3-3 in the second half is the defense. Defense.
Yeah, no question about it. And, it's funny, when we watched them warm up here, it looked to me like the Mocs were really fired up to come out here and play, and it just didn't start that way.
Well, it's the interesting thing about this game is if you have one person out on the top with speed, which the Spartans certainly have, the minute they break down your defense and beat somebody, now you're in an odd man rush.
Okay.
Somebody else has to slide, and are they able to not only see where the ball needs to go, but are they able to perform and put it there? And they did it in the first half.
Yeah, they sure did. I mean, a 10-2 advantage for Tampa was way too much for Florida Southern to overcome here. But again, a learning experience for the Mocs. They just faced the number 5 team in the country, and they're pretty good, no question about it, and they'll get another shot at them in a conference game back on April 4th over at the University of Tampa. So it should be pretty good. I think this team still has some growing to do, obviously, but I think a chance for them to still have a good season coming up. They're 1-2, and they've got Montevallo coming up here next Saturday, high noon, and it's a big game for them.
Yeah, you have lessons. You're number 6 on the road, number 5 at home. Neither outcome's the way you wanted it to go. But, again, improvements in the second half is what I was hoping we would see, and we did see that.
So I think we're going to go ahead and wrap it up as we take a look at those final stats here. The final score, as you can see in your upper left-hand corner, is the Spartans with 13, the Mocs with 5. Phil, I enjoyed working with you. We'll be back next Saturday, high noon here against Montevallo, and let's hope we have some better news.
Agreed. Let's have a good week of practice. Good weather's coming. We know that.
Yep.
And I'm sure they'll have the guys ready.
Well, that'll do it for us here. My thanks to Lawton for being our producer, as always, and most of all, thanks to our camera people, thanks to Phil, and most of all, thanks to you for watching and listening. A tough day for the Mocs. They lose by 8. But there are still plenty more games to come here in this 2020 season. This team has a lot of talent, and I think we're going to see that on display going forward. I'm Jim Henderson. Thanks again for watching. We'll talk to you next Saturday, high noon here when the Mocs take on Montevallo. Take care, everyone.